sort of light than the rain.
Yeah, not that bad.
Well, it's still enough. If you're trying to see right there, you sure gotta move.
Blind spots, that nighttime with the tint.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yep, well, that's a different issue. Yeah, it is. But the topper does give us some advantages.
Yes, it does.
Makes your stuff dry and halfway clean. Talk to us about the Shrine Circus. Because I can't stand that long anyhow.
I don't know if they're even doing it.
There was just a big sign up there. I don't know. Shrine Circus.
I don't know. We haven't had a meeting in so long.
Well, there's, you know, the Hardee's isn't open late enough because a lot of those folks work day shift.
I know.
It's just the way it is.
But there haven't been any messages sent out on it.
Dying. The question is when.
I don't know. After last year, I don't know. But my back's been last 6 months. I don't know.
Well, I know I can't do it. Sure you can.
No. Oh God. Definitely my bladder can't sit for that length of time.
Nope. Can't do that either.
It used to be fine, 6 hours. We were fine.
Well, when we went for
6 hours now, and it was like you're pushing your luck.
We had coffee when we left Great Falls, and we went a very long distance before we had to go potty. But then we really had to go.
We stopped at what was that place?
Little McDonald's
in Havard.
Havard, yeah.
Great Falls to Havard.
Once without stopping,
yeah.
That's too long for us.
Yep.
Especially now, it'll get easier.
No. Oh, we did Great Falls and Minot one day.
We did make a few stops.
Yes, but we did it.
Williston.
Yes, I know. We stopped in A and B, but in terms of stopping and resting for a day,
no,
made more sense.
Well, just what we did.
Considering from Minot to Great Falls is longer than it was from Minot to
Minneapolis.
No, Minot to what's that place? No. To that place that we slept at before we went to Yellowstone.
Oh, Miles City. Yeah.
Not Miles City. The other city. The one that we stopped at when we ended up later.
I can't remember which one it was. I thought it was Miles City.
No, Miles City was the first night.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the second night.
Livingston.
Yeah.
All the
So
way to
Minot
Livingston
to Great Falls is farther than it is Minot to Livingston.
But
yeah, we didn't try to kill ourselves either.
The road was better.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the interstate versus
and
the highway.
80 miles an hour made up for part of that. But still, we just can't drive that far anymore.
I know, because we left Miles City and we got to Livingston. We were like, oh, geez, it was only like 2 hours. We could have made this. So another earlier night, we probably could have.
That was
back a couple years ago too. That was in 2019. We went to the Yellowstone before everything went down the crapper. World economy and my back.
Well, that was 50 years a minute, man. So
no, that was past that.
Well, 63 plus 50.
You're thinking about 2018 when we went to. Oh no, okay. You're talking 2012.
Yes.
That was different.
Yep. And we took Highway 200.
Yeah.
Entertaining, not on my fun list again. Very direct. Can't drive as
Never
fast.
do that ever again.
Corey, Montana. Must stop for fuel and potty.
Yeah.
But the oil boom was so bad we couldn't. Had to get a door time for a potty break in Williston.
Yeah.
That was nuts. Don't drive that anymore. It's like an hour, maybe 2. That's it. Gotta get out of the car.
Well, we didn't stop in Williston. We stopped in Sydney.
Well, we tried to stop in Williston, but there was no place to
go. Well,
yeah, and even in Sydney, it was nuts.
There was not much open in Sydney either.
No. And then I figured, well, we could find something. There's nothing down the road till Corey.
No, to Miles City, there's nothing.
We go to Corey. There's nothing till Corey.
Well, that too.
You know, and then, but yeah. I'm glad we've taken those routes so that we have some knowledge of it.
Yeah.
Don't plan on repeating it.
No.
The interstate was much smoother.
Yeah.
Of course, we were.
Well, unlike for a lot of Montana, eastern Montana is unlike North Dakota. It's like, okay, there's a road, there's a farmstead, there's another road, there's another sliver to a road. There's a road that goes north-south. Go 2 miles. There's another road that goes north-south.
You don't go anywhere. You go to Farmer Jack or Rancher Bob's.
Well, yes, but at least there's a turn road to their place.
Yes.
In Montana, there's a road that runs north-south, and the next road that runs north-south is the next farmstead, and it's 60 miles.
Yeah, it's a ranch.
I know, but the next north-south road.
Yes.
Is 60 miles.
Yes.
Because there is no other north-south roads at all.
Yes. It's that rural.
Yeah.
It's that rural. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like nowhere Nevada, only worse.
No, I thought North Dakota, there was some remote areas in North Dakota. I'm like, no, there's to Montana's more remote.
There's some remote areas in Nevada and Utah. They're very remote.
That's because the center of North Nevada is pretty much all keyed by the military.
Yes. Tonopah being the closest point to the center. the ink's expensive, but it does pretty good on ink. But it, yeah, wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. And then when I finally recycled it several times, it came back and it printed off that map I asked for earlier in color. There's Allegiant coming in. A320. I went to Walmart and looked, and they had one that had a fax in it, which I'm like, I don't really need. If I need to fax something, I'll go down to the fax place and get the official record of the fax or whatever. I mean, you could, though.
You don't need faxes anymore, you can email.
Well, okay. Yeah, but fax can do some things that email can't easier, even though it's slow dog. But it is old.
Yeah.
It's like almost dial-up speed. Yeah, but it still works. Still used by businesses. Anyhow, that they had a printer that had fax and flip paper over stuff and everything, and I said I don't want the flip paper over, because my experience with the Kodaks was that is a weak point that causes nothing but trouble.
I found the driver we used for that Kodak printer we had that one time.
Oh yeah.
Absolute junk.
Well, I worked for Kodak for a number of years. I know. I wouldn't buy a Kodak.
Oh yeah, I found the one for that Kodak camera I had too.
I still got mine. Mine still works just fine.
Well, yeah.
You don't have to do it today if you don't want. You can do it today if you want. Yeah, the VA could have had me do my hearing test in Fargo, and I didn't want to do that, so they said we're going to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Actually, I think we'll go to the bank instead.
Huh?
I think we'll do the bank.
Do you want to do it today?
Yeah, today.
Well, we'll see how you're doing when we get to the bank.
Oh yeah, they asked for coffee.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay. Kicked in, yeah.
I think so. I did the town hall at 8, and I did the tram at 8.
How are you doing on travel?
I got some stuff left.
Make sure we count and see where we're at.
Well aware of the beans.
Okay.
Unless it really starts hurting, I'm not taking
Just have to keep on top of it so we don't.
it. Yeah, we
End
don't
up
want to
in
go
a
without it.
shortage
No, for sure.
situation.
No. Definitely don't want to be without that.
Toilet was working when we left. Yay!
Nice to see Daryl there. Pretty good
Yeah,
spirits.
he looks like he's doing pretty good for a dying man. Yep.
We're all technically dying. It's just
Yes, we are.
Yeah, it's good.
Have been since date of birth. Yep. Look pretty good. Made the same as much as we can.
Yeah.
I suspect we'll probably be doing his funeral if they want military honors.
We'll see.
I wonder if his wife was having problems. My own
Get out and have as much fun as you can. So, and you never know. Something could change.
meteor could light up your day. Oh, yes, thank you. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
So I can't even pull up account stuff.
No, there's no point in trying to.
No.
I'm gonna run over here to cross wire or whatever it is over here.
Guns.
Yeah, I got the question for Scott if he's in there. See if my bladder holds that long or not.
She looked at my card at first. She thought it was a credit card.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, no, it's like a travel card.
It's a travel card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh.
Careful, little card.
I don't know how to
Might
do
be more
that.
exciting than you want.
And Doris comes over and says, oh, you do this, this, and this. Oh, okay. I guess you have to do it.
See, there's what Barry wants, a little Ranger 4-wheel drive truck like that. But
yeah, but Barry's not.
They don't make them anymore.
Well, nah, not really anymore, no.
Nissan, I think, makes one that's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scott's in
Because the little trucks don't really sell anymore.
here. You know, and I thought they were a pretty good deal. If and this is much more practical than his big cab, small truck.
Mm-hmm.
They're just cute looking.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably pretty good, but big is big.
Yep.
But not as big as the even bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Long 8-foot bed and a full cab. Oh yeah. Full double cab. Yeah, I guess it'd be a long vehicle.
Well, I was looking at on Saturday when we were parked. There was a 2500 Chevy.
Yeah.
Sitting right next to us.
Yeah.
That's a big truck.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, it looks smaller than ours.
Depending on the way it's.
No, the engine looked smaller. It was definitely lower. The cab didn't look as big. The bed wasn't even as big. I was like, wait a second.
Well, when they try to force them to get 49 miles per
there's
gallon,
no freaking way they're going to get, I mean,
yeah.
I don't see how that's even possible. Not by 2026. Cars, still, I don't see how cars can get it.
They'll be teeny like that.
Well, it'll be all going to be hybrids or something.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have to come up with, either that or we're going to have to go back to hydrogen fuel cells or something.
I don't know. Hydrogen tends to go boom.
Not this type of hydrogen usually. Not usually.
Anyhow.
All it really gives you is water up the tailpipe.
Yeah.
Which ought to be fun in the wintertime.
Yeah. It's another one of those that ain't gonna work.
So, they've had natural gas cars for a long time, too.
That would make more sense, but it has its own problem. It's a bomb.
Well, yeah, it's a more explosive.
Pressurized gas, always dangerous.
All the good thing with natural gas is the boom will be like really short.
Yeah. Boom.
Kind of like propane.
Yep.
They're a really short bomb. Whoosh, gone. And as many videos as I've watched on cars that catch fire, they don't explode.
Depends.
No, I've watched so many of these car things that these cars catch fire and burn to the, burn to the ground.
Yeah.
None of them explode.
You usually get a pulse when the battery goes up.
When the battery goes, well, this is how it usually goes. Once the fire makes it into the engine, well, not even so much into the engine. Once the fire gets into the internal part of the vehicle, the internal part of the vehicle gives this last hurrah when it eats through the steering wheel and hits the and exposes the battery cables for the horn.
Yeah.
Then the horn goes off until it either eats through the rest of the cables or the computer or eats the battery.
Yeah.
Then it's toast. It's gone. It won't see it then. that's as soon as this lasts for a while. The only thing that really explodes, by the battery maybe blowing up inside the engine, but that rarely. Usually the hood is still on the vehicle, so you don't even notice the explosion if they have one. The only thing that two things that really explode in a car fire are the bumpers. The bumpers blow, then there's kind of a more explosion. Yes, the wheels will explode, but
shock absorbers.
That's not as bad unless you're standing right next to the damn thing. The bumpers will have more an explosive force. Now, what really, once you start getting into the fire part of it, is if there's any sign of the inside of the car, especially down by the foot pedals area, if the vehicle has any magnesium,
it will burn forever.
Then and they're usually in the floor wells,
for whatever reason.
For whatever reason, I've only seen it. They're like down by the pedals. And they spray that water on it. Whoosh, whoosh, wait.
Yeah.
But other than that, they don't really explode.
Well, the lithium-ion batteries can.
Well, that might, I haven't seen any cars with those.
Lithium, you throw lithium in fires, it usually blows up.
I haven't watched any of those car fires on YouTube yet, but I've seen a whole bunch of other vehicles.
Chemistry labs, you throw lithium in the water. It takes
the biggest thing with a gas tank in a fire is it's got enough fire where it's cooked enough of the area of the gas tank or the lines of the gas tank, and it starts leaking.
You'll get a flush of flame.
Actually, not really.
Okay.
It'll start leaking and it will roll down the road and be on fire.
Okay.
But the biggest thing is when they go to put foam or water or whatever it is on the fire, is when they start spraying all the foam and the water, and it hits where the gas is leaking out of the tank, then anybody on the side is going to get a whoosh of flame.
Oh yeah.
But the actual tank itself won't explode.
Okay.
Or not that I've ever seen in the hundreds of videos I watched on it. Could it happen? Sure, I'm sure it could. I just never seen it. They used to keep
on the pickups. They used to put the gas tank behind the seat in the cab.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Well, that's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
All right, so that's where she was. The good thing about that is, it's probably not going to get hit. But if it does, you got a big problem.
Better get out of the car before you're doused in gas.